You ever hear the saying, you gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable? Goes along something around those lines. You guys get the picture. I hate to be cliche, but it's really damn true. So talking about being uncomfortable, you ever had 300 pounds on your back? I have. I'm about to have 300 pounds on my back. It's really not that much weight if you think about it. But I see some of these people on YouTube, man. It's some super crazy strong dudes, man. We're talking like smaller than me. We're talking like dudes in like 170 pounds or something like that. Like 160 pounds squatting in the 400s. Like, it's cool, man. Some super, super strong dudes. Which I'm going to get to that topic here in a little bit. About my fitness background, if you will. But I gotta warm up with this 300 real quick. Get really uncomfortable. Here we go. So 300 feels heavy, you know, as usual. It always does. My little weak vegan body, you know, that's the way things go, right? If you're vegan, you can't get enough nutrients, therefore everything in life sucks. Remember that. So quick summary on my fitness background. I come from a background of primarily endurance-based training. Like, I used to run like crazy, always lifted weights, but I always did very high repetition work, not super heavy weights. I recently started heavy weights. Well, I say recently, it was really more like around 2017 is when I really started, maybe end of 2016 actually. Around there is when I started actually lifting heavier and really put an emphasis on actually increasing intensity rather than just increasing volume or total reps or increasing frequency. I used to train like a savage back in the day when I did a lot of endurance training. I used to run 6 times a week, a lot of high rep work, like I said before. And what I would always try to do, I'd have a program, and I would always try to just finish my workout session quicker than I did last time. And that was my form of progressive overload, by manipulating frequency. Essentially just manipulating the time under tension, trying to get as much work in within a shorter period of time. So that's one of the 3 pillars of progressive overload. You know, those are the 3 things that you can manipulate: volume, intensity, and frequency. So I've got the bar loaded with 315. Last week, I was able to do 310. Today, actually this week, it's Friday as of this recording. This will probably be published on Sunday, Friday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. The most bullshit holiday ever. You know, for those who celebrate it, no offense, but I don't give a fuck about Valentine's Day. But I'm gonna get this 315 down. Like I said, it's good to be back at 315 again. It's not like I haven't done 315 before. So the weight's moving all right. Not too bad at all. First set felt pretty good though. Moving to set 2. So I'm gonna film one more set of this because you guys get the picture. You know, 315's moving quite good. I'm surprised I'm progressing at this novice stage, being able to increase 5 pounds every single session. I train squats Mondays and Fridays, and I've been going 5 by 5 the whole way. Just writing it out. I think Monday I should be good to even bump up to 320, which makes sense. Before I stopped training for 2 months, I was around 325 for 5 sets of 5, and that's when shit started, like, you know, kind of hurting. But I don't know. Maybe maybe I'll pass that. Maybe I'll get to like 330 and stuff. Who knows? And before I have to jump onto my intermediate program. So, just to talk about training here a little bit. When you're strength training, it's a very, very different stimulus that you're going to have on your body. When you're manipulating volume and intensity within the same training session, even if it's a little bit, compared to just trying to manipulate frequency, if you will, without manipulating volume and intensity at the same time. In other words, like what I used to do, training, doing pretty much the same exercises, not every single day, different days, but the same exercises on a weekly basis. And you just try to compress it. You try to do it faster and faster. And actually another reason why I was doing it, why I would do it that way, was because I was on a very strict schedule. I had a lot of things going on in my life. Real estate investor, I was going to school full-time, working full-time job. I had a lot of shit going on. Point being is, it really did work for me. So when I changed to strength training, like a legit, strength training program, I noticed obviously the changes in my body and muscle mass and all that stuff and overall strength, but I noticed you definitely need much, much more recovery when you do a legitimate strength training program, because the sheer amount of stress that it's putting on your joints, it's putting on your bones, on your muscles, and just the amount of calories that you have to eat to fuel all this muscle growth is just ridiculous. It's crazy, man. That's why I am a huge promoter of strength training. I think strength training is the way to go. I'm actually going to make a video on that, on why you should strength train rather than just do cardio. If you had to pick between one of the two, cardio or strength training, I pick strength training 100%. I know it goes against common logic, but I have some science to back it up, and I'll explain it to you in the video. I'm not going to get into detail now because this is a free flow kind of vlog. So the point being is that when you strength train, the stress on your body is going to be much, much more greater than what you probably expect it to be. At least it was on me when I first started. I was like, Jesus Christ. I used to train 6 times a week. Now when I do this strength training program, I noticed less is more. Like training less times a week was actually better for my body because I was able to recover much more efficiently. Like my numbers stagnated. It took me a little bit to figure out. I thought, I went into that, what I call snowflake mentality. Snowflake doesn't mean necessarily that you're like some type of pansy or whatever. Like that's not what I'm saying. Snowflake meaning you think you're special. I thought I was special. I thought I was gonna be able to train like 5-6 times a week. Oh, no problem. And just, some people can. Some people can. But not with my program. And not for me, I noticed. To actually get optimal strength and progress without a problem, I've noticed that 4 times a week works good for me. 3 times a week is a little too little, I've noticed. I've done 3 times a week, but to me, it's not enough stimulus. So 4 times a week seems to be a good range for me right now. 5 times a week can work, but that 5th day has to be like a supplemental training day, not like a super hard, like a 5x5 program. Like you really gotta, then with me, I've noticed it goes into overkill. I'm not saying other people can't do it. Maybe some people can do it, but once you start lifting heavier and heavier, I mean, you really got to give your body time to rest, especially when you start getting older as well too, which I am getting older. Yeah. Anyways, I've done 3 sets on this already. They're going good. I got 2 more sets. I'm going to finish them. I don't think you need to see them. You guys, again, you get the picture. But I will show you what I'm going to do, not directly after it, but after the next exercise. So I'm going to do deadlifts next. And then after the deadlifts, I'm going to do some incline bench, which is going to be so exciting. Super, super exciting. Dumbbell incline bench. Oh yeah. And guess what? Since I have my own garage gym, I can throw my weights down. I can slam my weights down, and no unk alarm is going to go off, or no one's going to tell me to come. No one's going to come up to me and tell me to stop slamming the weights. I hate public gyms. I can't stand them. God bless the people who can put up with that bullshit. Sorry guys, if you go to a public gym, I commend you. You're a bigger person than me because I can't stand it. See you guys in like 2 seconds. So that was my first set of incline dumbbell press at 90 pounds. I did it for 6. Last week I did the same exact thing for 90 pounds for 6. I'm repeating the same rep range. I'm not gonna go up because I actually only have dumbbells that go up to a 110, and I'm not gonna go from 90 up to 100 pounds because that's a 10-pound jump, technically 20-pound jump because it's 10 on each hand. So I'm not gonna do that. So what I'm gonna do to apply a little bit more progressive overload compared to last week is I'm gonna add an extra set just to get a little bit extra volume in there. So keeping the intensity the same, just extra volume here. Since I did 3 sets last time, I'm gonna do 4 sets this time. And probably just wrap this video up, this super exciting video. I'm looking out my garage. That's why I'm looking over here, not looking at the camera. There's a dog, my neighbor has a dog, and the dog just like stares at me like, I'm like, what are you looking at there, doggy? A staring problem? I don't know. Where's this going? What am I doing with my life? Where's this vlog going? I don't know. Let's see where it goes. So this is where this video has taken us. Directly back to my room where I'm actually editing this video. You may not know this, but this is actually 2 days later from the previous scene. Kind of forgot to wrap up the video. Whoops. So the point of this vlog was pretty much is to just get used to being uncomfortable sometimes, and it's not that big of a deal. Like I said, and for me, even though I enjoy training, I don't necessarily enjoy the actual exercises at times. You know, it doesn't necessarily feel the best when you're carrying a few 100 pounds or anything like that. And again, as I said before, that's not even really that heavy. I've done that before. I've done 315 before for 5 sets of 5. That's not that big of a deal. But, you know, I know that as I progress and the weights get heavier, it's going to be new territory and it's going to be something I've never experienced before. But since I'm comfortable challenging myself, this is actually quite normal. And that's the message that I'm just trying to get across to everyone, that I hope you can implement some type of discomfort, some positive discomfort in your life so that you can reap the benefits from that. And I also just wanted to ask, do any of you train? Do any of you lift weights? Please share what you guys do to make yourselves a little bit uncomfortable. Mind you, it doesn't have to just be physical. I mean, anything. It could be in regards to anything. So please share your thoughts. What do you guys do to make yourselves uncomfortable so that you can grow as a person? With all that said, I just want to say thank you all for watching this far. If you have been watching this far, please do your boy a favor. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and ding dong button if you haven't already. Most of you I know have, so I greatly appreciate all of you. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment sections down below. As you know, I love to engage with all of you. You guys know who I am. I'm the Natural Hulkster. I want to thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for the next one.